Holy moly, what a short squeeze. How you guys doing? This is Uncle Chartist. Wow, what a short squeeze. It was very nice trading day. If you traded unbiasedly like a sheep, or if you was a bull, very good day. If you was a bear, I'm so sorry guys. It just couldn't show follow through today. It just did not work out today. But hopefully, if you guys been following Uncle Chartist for quite some time, you know, Uncle Chartist always talk about unbiased price action analysis and unbiased trading, being unbiased and trading the setups. And yesterday, we had, I talk about the bull case and the bear case every single day. The bear case was, SPY needed to stay below 406. The bull case, I write here in the morning, bull case and bear case. The bear case, it would have continued if SPY could have stayed below 406. It had to stay below 406 because that was the critical level that we lost yesterday. But, I wrote here on the bull case, if bulls want to fill this triangle pattern to the upside, which I'll talk to you guys in a minute, 406 must hold on any pullback as long as above first resistance is at 407.5 to 408 zone. You can look to long. As long as price is above 406 with stop loss below, or wait for the 408 breakout, okay? So what does that mean where, stay long above 406? That means you can enter a long or calls as long as the price is above 406, hold on to the position with your stop loss below 406. Or my style is I look for the breakout of resistance, and man, did it work out. Here's my orange lines here, the 407.5 to 408 breakout resistant levels. And you can see around 10 o'clock, after 10 o'clock, we started getting that breakout, treating 47.5 as support, and boom, we just shot up to the upside. And man, oh man, that was a nice squeeze. So hopefully, you guys was able to catch it. And a critical thing that I definitely want to point out is how we had that descending triangle. It was a loss of 410, which also happens to be where the 20 daily moving average is. But it was the loss of 410 that triggered this nice sell down to 404-ish level. All right. And today, I was definitely watching that 410 level. It was very critical because of descending triangle. A lot of time with the breakdowns, you want to see that same breakdown level get treated as a resistant to give us the levels roll change from support to resistance. You see how 410 served as support for quite some time in April. Strong support, I might add. So we want to see it test as resistant and selling pressure there to confirm that this breakdown was legit. Unfortunately, bears could not do that today. And with the recapture of 410, that's pretty bullish. It's a pretty decent false breakdown setup, which is usually a a bullish setup. Okay, so for tomorrow, here's the plan, guys. For tomorrow, 410 is critical support. And I would stay long bias, bull bias, stay bullish as long as above 410. Okay? On any pullback, 410 must hold. If it bounces off 410, I like to see some buying pressure, maybe clear some resistance at, there's some resistance around 411. Get above 412.25. That was the gap level for today. It filled that gap and then, it based around there a little bit, but managed to hit my 413.5 target. Okay, so for tomorrow, stay bull bias or stay long bias above 410. All right, 412.25 is a level to watch as well. That was the gap fill level today. I would pay attention to it as long as above 412.25, 413.5, which was today's high, is a target. And if that clears 415, 416, which is a previous pivot high on April. Okay, 416, 415, 416 zone. Give it a zone. That's a resistance zone. Probably a decent selling. Probably a bunch of sellers waiting there, possibly. But if that clears, you guys see I got this megaphone pattern above 416. Maybe we go test 418.5-ish. All right, and there is a gap around 422, by the way, for the people that likes paying attention to gaps. There is a gap at 422. All right, now that's the bull case scenario. All right, these aren't predictions. It's about being prepared and reacting in real time like a sheep, rather than to be to the upside, to the downside. Being a sheep means we're followers and followers of the price action. Okay, so below 410, get bearish. All right, below 410, I would get bearish again. I would look to short. All right, short below 410. with 408 to 407.5 zone back in play in that, and of course 406. All right. We had a lot of buying pressure at 406 in early April. As mentioned before, we had some buying pressure on Tuesday at 406. We had a false breakdown today. You know, false breakdown setups are bullish, guys. All right. So yes, bear case for tomorrow starts below 410. So if SPY's below 410, get bearish, guys. As long as SPY's above 410, stay bullish. That is my equilibrium level. All right, now we're gonna move on to triple Q here. I want to give a big shout out to one of Uncle Childish's viewers, Chris, who was talking about triple Q yesterday and how it's better than SPY. And then also this morning, one of my Discord members, Only Major Moves, was talking about triple Q as well. So I'm over here like, dang, everybody talking about how triple Q is better than SPY. I had to check it out. You know, today I covered triple Q all day. I covered triple Q the same way I covered SPY today. But pretty much this morning for triple Q, I had a long idea, 316 breakout with 317.5, 319, and 321-ish in play. The short idea, because we want to be prepared for both sides, was below 314.9 with 313 and 311 in play. And as you can see here, this is a 30-minute chart. Uncle talked to you guys about this downward channel here. So we longed that break. Breakout was 315, but it happened in pre-market. So I had a 316 level. So intraday in market hours, the idea was to long above 316. You guys can see here, this is a 30-minute chart, but you can see on that 10 o'clock candle, we closed above 316, and that was our trigger to enter longs or calls. That's our indicator because we're price action traders. So, breakout resistant, you go long, and look at that. Boom, it hit all targets. It was a beautiful, beautiful day if you played it unbiasedly, okay? So today, let me go to the daily chart. So today, look at that big green candle. Triple Q closed at 320.35. So I got support at 319, 317.5, 316. All right. So as usual, look to short when our support fails. But for tomorrow, I'd really like to see 321 clear in the 321 to 321.5. I'd really like to see it clear during trading hours. Okay, it's a little above it right now in the aftermarket, but I like to see it clear during trade hours, guys. These tech earnings been pretty good lately, so it wouldn't surprise me if triple Q clears 321 to 321.5 zone tomorrow, and that will put 323 and 326.5 and 331 ish in play. Okay, so above 321.5, the bullish momentum continues for triple Q. All right. If not, if it's still rejection from the zone, which you guys see in the past, it'd be rejecting from 321 to 321.5 zone. Strong selling zone. All right. It'll wait for. I wouldn't try to call a top or anything. Wait for a breakdown of support level. Okay, with the levels that I mentioned. IWM managed to bounce. It came a few cents shy of testing at 78.6 fib level, but it couldn't. It managed to recapture 172.5, but didn't quite test it, the 174.5 level. Okay, so for tomorrow, as long as above 172.5, watch for the breakout of 174.5 and the breakout of 176.5. Above 176.5 would be very bullish. I'll be bullish on IWM. Okay, look to short below 172.5 with the next support at 170.3. Let's see if it can actually test it. That's the fib level. And of course, below that level would put 168.5 and 167 in play. All right. Tesla, we had a false breakdown setup with Tesla. It was very nice. Hopefully, if you played it unbiasedly, we broke down that 155 level. I mentioned if it can defend 155 as resistant and stay below it, we could possibly go fill that gap at 144 to 146 zone. Okay. Unfortunately, 155 was captured in the intraday and managed to push up, test that 50% fib level, 159.73, and even closed above it end of day. All right, not a strong close above it, but a close above it nonetheless. So as long as above 159.7, guys, 164 and 166 and 170 are targets that I have in mind. All right, above 170. There's a gap all the way up to 180.5. Okay, above 170, Tesla could be looking to fill that gap, all right? If you want to get bearish, look for the break back below 159.7. I have support at 157 and 155, so short one of those support levels, play it level, leave some runners if you believe in more downside, because below 155, which is where bears need to get it below, I would be bearish again. As of right now, I'm neutral. I got to see what happens tomorrow, but we did have a false breakdown setup. Very nice, okay? Apple, Uncle mentioned if it gets above 165, get bullish again, okay? Because that technically keeps it above the purple trend line that has kept Apple in a bullish trend all year, all 2023 long so far, and it's still coming through here, all right? So it managed to clear 167.5 end of day, all right? So there is resistance at 170, all right? 170. There's a gap fill at 171.5, which has yet to be filled, and 175 and 176, 175, 176 zone. Okay, so overall, watch that purple trend line. It's now at 165.5. Stay bull buys or long buys as long as Apple is above 165.5. 167.5 is the first support. You can look to short those, but definitely I would be short bias below 165.5. But as of right now, it's looking like it wants to go fill that gap at 171.5. All right, it might do it. The earnings isn't until next week, so it might do it. And here is DXY, just chopping here, consolidating. I got this yellow trend line. All right, resistant line of the yellow trend line is at 101.8. Based on this contact, I need to see it clear this trend line because it looks like it's just consolidating, flagging, whatever you want to call it, but it needs to break above 101.8 to be bullish, to put 102.5 and 102.7 zone in play. Okay, now this support at 101.4, if that fails, I'm thinking 101.1 and 100.8 would be back in play. Okay, now here's the VIX looking pretty disappointing, rejected from that orange trend line back to the 17 support. I got next support at 16, guys. Now I'm gonna zoom back a little bit. This orange trend line right here, it started way back in December of 2017. Got some touches here in December of 2019, and almost got another touch here in April of 2023. All right, supports at 16. If that's breakdown, it's very strange. VIX's price action is a little, it's a little different from other stocks and equities and stuff like that. But below 16 is bearish. Okay, that's the loss of a major trend line in my opinion. All right, to be bullish, it needs to get back above 18.5. We'll just keep it that simple. Right now, VIX is looking bearish, guys. Now here's the dark pool. It had over 1.9 billion in premium of activity at that 404.49 level, 404.49. Now SPY never hit that level today, so keep in mind a lot of time with these dark pool orders, they come in 24 hours late or up to 24 hours late. Sometime with the prints, that's how it is. So that tells us, that was around yesterday's low. So definitely, they was getting busy. It looked like they was accumulating based on the context of today's price action. All right, but yeah, 404.5. That was the big pivot level in dark pools today. Definitely helpful when you see it in real time. Let's see. SPY filter for 500K premiums or above. 57% in the calls. I actually seen a lot of sweep orders this time. Didn't see as many because yesterday we saw all those block orders, and I mentioned, guys, that's a good sign of volatility, and it worked out. It worked out, guys. The hypothesis was proven correct in my opinion. So I'm not saying it's gonna go up or down, but it's definitely a sign of volatility where we could get some good moves intraday, and it didn't disappoint in my opinion. So unfortunately, we're not seeing that today, but we are seeing a good amount of sweep orders coming in for calls. Let's see what QQQ got to show us. 93% in the puts. All right, so we still got some of those block orders, big sizes. This is 318 strike price for puts. This is a 170. Holy moly, a 170 strike price for puts. 290 strike price for puts. What in the world? Look at these block orders. A 170 strike price for puts. September 15th. Wow. All right. Well, that's what it shows us. Definitely some good block orders. These sweep orders, none of them are big size though. IWM, 81% in the puts. Here are these block orders. So we didn't see it on SPY. We seen it on QQQ. We seen it on IWM. Not as impressive as yesterday, but here they are. But 81% in the puts. Tesla, 90% in the puts. And look at these block orders. Not big sizes. A couple of them got big sizes. I like to see them have big size, you know. But yeah, there's that 90% and puts mostly block orders. Some very in the money put. Look at this, 320 strike price, 316, 366, and 100% in the puts, in the calls today. But one of the aggressive one over 5,000 in size, 170 strike price for May 5th. All right, the day after its earning. Interesting. 100. Nobody even thought of buying puts on Apple today. Let's end this with the VIX. 100% in calls. Look at this, a 30,000 in size. So even though the VIX was dropping today, 30,000 in size for this 20 call. This 20 strike price for calls. Interesting. Option flow is pretty interesting. Well, hope you guys found value in this video, guys. I really appreciate all you guys' support and always showing up to watch my video. And you guys really help make my dream come true. I really appreciate it. And if you want more content from Uncle, please consider joining my Discord. I'd love to serve you guys at a deeper and higher level. Other than that, have a great evening. Peace.